In the
thank you
beginning,
much. You're not.
there was Roly.
Yeah.
But these days it's like the weirder your name, the cooler. It wasn't like
Right.
that. It was just always like nobody could pronounce it. It was like, is it Roly?
Right.
Every birthday cake was always misspelled.
Of course, and you never got stickers with your name on it.
And they don't have those in the store.
Of course not.
We're live all over.
We are here, well, first I want to take a step back. I am an athlete and I work out hard enough where sometimes water isn't enough for me to replenish not just my insides, but my soul as well. And if I do go to a sports drink, I stress out about the sugar. And then if I go to one that's a diet drink, I stress out about the chemical. It's a big stress fest after I work out when it comes to beveraging. So I just stick to water. And then all of a sudden, Lance came to me and said, you know, we're talking to these guys. And I started reading about it. And without tasting it, kind of fell a little bit in love. Just a little bit. That's how I am on dates. Kind of fall a little bit in love and then I meet the person. Not true. So this is Roly Nesi, and Roly started a company called Roar, which is a great name because there's so much. Yeah. Were there many names that were sort of on the table before you picked Roar?
Not really.
You knew this is what you wanted.
No, not that either. We had one other name, and it was.
It was Sleepy Time.
It was actually Brave. And
that's a good name too.
At the time, Disney was coming out with a movie called Brave.
Yeah.
It failed. But our attorney was, you can't mess around with Disney.
Oh really?
So we were kind of going to the drawing board, and I was playing video games one night. I was playing Call of Duty Live on Xbox because I'm like a big kid.
You and Kevin Hart.
And some kid shot me, and his name happened to be Roar. I was like, I love that name. This was like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I just wrote it down on my pad and I called my attorney. This is before you had a kid and before you were married? This is before a kid married.
Just want to make sure.
I used to work in Asia, so when I'd be back in the US, I was always on a crazy sleep schedule. So from like midnight to 4 a.m., we lived in Gramercy Park and I would be playing video games.
That was it.
This kid shot me, his name was Roar, and I wrote it down. And our lawyer was like, you're good to go.
Awesome.
Since then, everybody's like, what does it stand for? Is it an acronym or something? And we've actually done like a campaign where we asked kids to guess, and we were going to steal the best answer and say that's what it stood for.
Love it.
Nobody came up with anything good enough.
So let's start from the top. You are a guy that's a business guy. You're working overseas. You're helping Asia with their businesses, American businesses, become big over there, and all of a sudden you decide, why do for others when I have a great idea I'd like to do back in the States?
Yeah, I used to sell Arizona iced tea in Asia.
Wow, that's
just
so
a
random.
New York brand.
Yeah.
And I kind of helped broker the brand throughout there. So I sold tea in China, which is always an uphill battle.
Okay, sure.
But
what is this tea?
Yeah, I was like, have you ever heard of green tea?
Right.
No, yeah, like, yes, we have.
Exactly.
But
do you know about Chinese food? That would be the next thing to sell, dumplings.
And but it ended up, it was kind of a cool crash course in the beverage industry. And like you, I'm never a water guy. I can't say it. My wife forces me to drink like a certain amount of ounces every day. And I'm pouring into the sink.
Right.
So, I'm like, I finished. So at the end of the day, I was drinking a lot of Gatorade, and it just
in general, or after workout, or
always,
whatever.
Like, that was my drink.
Okay.
Like, wake up during the day, at night.
Gatorade.
Everything. It was just I loved Gatorade, but it just nothing against Gatorade. I still like the brand, but as you grow up a little bit, you kind of want a healthier product, and then when you have kids, you really start to care about what they're drinking.
Gatorade has a lot of sugar, has a lot of chemicals in it. Gotcha.
Yeah. So our original brand, which people can check out on our website, is like a healthier Gatorade. It's more in line with Gatorade. It's a little more sugar than this, but it's all natural. There's no artificial flavors, and it's still coconut water based and infused with vitamins. But with the younger customer, our goal was to make it really cool and really badass, but at the same time really healthy on the inside. So kids kind of got that attitude that they would get from something like a Monster Energy, something that's like a little more self-expressive and about your personality,
right?
But at the same time, be something that parents can be okay with. And more parents were drinking our product and mixing it with like vodka and stuff like that. So we were like, we've only been paying attention to this one demographic, and there's a lot of people out there. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a lot of parents, and I'm 31 years old, so there's a lot of people my age that want to have something like a Gatorade, but they want it to not be a compromise where it's like, I'm having this, I can't eat lunch today.
Right. Exactly.
So we we started working on raw organic like 6 months ago.
And what is raw organic?
Well, I mean, at its base, it's an organic raw. So it's an organic electrolyte infusion. So a hydration beverage infused with coconut water, B vitamins, potassium, and a real strong electrolyte blend.
Healthy.
Low
sugar.
With this,
low calorie.
we wanted it to kind of be like, with the successful drinks like Bai, which has been a really successful product. We kind of want.
Which I can't pronounce either. I thought it was Baal for like 2 years, and then it was Bai, and.
I think it's pronounced Bai.
See, no one even knows.
Yeah, but
I still call it Fage, and I just read on the container it's Faye. That was like 5 years ago. Okay.
It's Bobby Flay.
It's Bobby Flay.
Pronounce it, right?
Right.
With this one, we really wanted it to be delicious, not your overly jockish masculine sports drink. So where Bai is kind of like a more up to today's standard version of vitamin water.
Yeah.
We wanted to bring in like a low-calorie electrolyte product.
Nice.
Felt the word sports drink was a little too in the box. This customer really wants something. Our goal was to make a product that feels like a pair of Lululemon pants. Like the vibe of it should be very beachy. It should be really focused on alternative fitness. Look at SoulCycle and Flywheel and Lululemon, Athleta, Fabletics, what these brands have done. There's a customer that wants something to match up with their lifestyle. You don't go to the gym in like black shorts and sneakers anymore.
Right. No.
You go in like a coordinated
tank
top.
Even though you and I are basically wearing the same outfit today.
Yeah, we're in black.
Yeah, black. That's cool.
But we like bright colored products.
So this isn't necessarily a post-workout drink. It's a all-day kind of drink.
It's a pre, during, post. It's like a delicious product that you can use at any time. I mean, obviously the electrolytes make everybody's brain go towards fitness, but at the same time, it's a great hangover cure, and it's just a great drink to have at any point when you need to be replenished or rehydrated. So we really wanted to make something that was low calorie, and the flavors were just as cool as the outside.
So let me just say something. The thing I have against some of the other drinks is that the flavors are so one-dimensional, right? Grape, or berry, or lemon lime. Or sometimes they go crazy and they're like strawberry with some lemon lime.
Yeah.
So I was like, what are these flavors going to be? Each of these flavors, no joke, because I have no stake in the game, and I have not even tried it yet, sounded better than the next. So I freaked out when I read, is this
That was the first one we came up with strawberry coconut.
Okay, so strawberry coconut, and then pineapple mint. That is my favorite, absolute favorite, because as a girl, it makes me feel like I'm having a mojito, but in the middle of the day, which is amazing. Mango clementine, like I've never even heard, and cucumber watermelon. So everything sounds very spa-ish and refreshing, but the name.
Yeah, spa-ish is actually a good one. We should write that one.
Write that down. Spa/ish.
A lot of time our sales team had to sell it, so it's like, you can sell this in places you can never sell the brand, like a spa or a yoga studio. But this was the first one we came up with.
Key.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta get this into a yoga studio.
Well, that's the push. Like, we really want to go after. We're really heavily going after yoga. That's a big one. Yoga and spin are the two main forms of fitness that this person likes. And like yoga studios, they have like yoga retreats that cost like $20,000 a person to go like stretch for a week upstate New York.
Yeah.
So there's a big push for us on that. And, we're gonna be doing a lot of things in that space. Actually, we're doing raw organic yoga pants right now to send out to people that are like different prints.
Yes.
Really kind of fun like that. But you said these ones are cocktails. These two were actually designed.
I didn't mean to, that wasn't a negative
No, we kind of did it like that.
Oh, okay.
Like this is kind of like a Miami Vice, when you mix a pina colada and a strawberry daiquiri.
Yes.
And that was the flavor profile. And this was kind of a mojito, pineapple mojito. And then we just wanted to be sophisticated with the flavors. Not sophisticated in like a snobby way.
Right.
But just something that's got a little more depth to it than like fruit punch, but just a healthier fruit punch. Like Gatorade just came out with an organic and it's got like 29 grams of sugar in it, and it's just like fruit punch.
And this has how much sugar?
2 grams of sugar.
2 grams of sugar, how many calories?
10.
10 calories.
We were going to go down to 5, but what we kind of learned in our research, we happen to have a lot of investors in the company whose wives are health nuts.
Yeah.
And they kind of expressed to us that sometimes a little sugar is better than just going with sweeteners.
Let me tell you something. As someone who's obsessed with food and beverages and nutritional labels and all of it, there's zero difference between 5 and 10 calories, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, when I see 0 calories, my first immediate reaction is chemicals. If I see any calories in it or any sugar, I feel like it's a little bit less of all that, and it's got a little bit of something in it. Yes, and it makes me feel like I'm doing something okay.
So there's we use organic evaporated cane sugar, and then we blend it with some organic stevia extract and a little bit of organic erythritol. So really,
I mean,
healthy.
say that 26 times fast, all of it together, while you're drunk. That's
26 times
crazy.
a day.
26 times a day is close enough.
John is asking if it's sold online or in stores.
John already wants to buy.
It'll be sold on both. We're launching the organic website next week. This product is not out yet. We're making it, like, the first real production run is going to be at the end of this week, so you're kind of getting a sneak preview of it.
What is out right now, your first line?
Our base brand, yeah, you can go to drinkroar.com. You can buy it online. You can also get it on Amazon, Prime, and whatever, all of that good stuff. But this brand is, we really wanted to keep everything separate. So like this has a separate Instagram handle. Like this is at Roar Organic versus at Drink Roar. We don't want to mix the customers and put it in the same place in the store. Like for this to be a credible product, it needs to live in its own space. Really, the only thing that ties this to the Roar brand, besides the name, is just the idea that your product should look like the clothes you wear. You know, if you're making a fashion statement, you should make a statement with your product. It's your personal style.
Is it 2 different identities? I mean, what's the identity of this compared to your other identity?
I'd say this is more for, this is a stronger female product. It's a little more for the mommy than it is for the son. But, those lines have all blurred. I don't think you can really say this is just for women, because like, I'm gonna drink this every single day.
Right.
And I think it's just, it ages up a little bit. I'd say this is more of like your 21 and over crowd, your more millennial crowd.
Well, I mean, gosh, I love this. Pineapple mint, I would love that flavor. The only reason I sometimes gravitate towards buy is because of all the flavors out there. They're the only ones that even come close to different interesting flavors, and then you guys came along. I mean, these are flavors I would literally pick up in the store.
They're not organic. Buy is all natural, but it's not organic. They do have
Tell people what the difference is that they would understand.
To be organic, 96% of your product minus the water has to be organic. So like everything, like not just your sugar, but when you see natural flavors on a product, there's like probably 20 flavors that we blend into this. Every one of those flavors has to be
organic.
Like there's a we have like 200 certificates that we have to file with the USDA to get this done. It's actually a pretty big headache, but in the end, it's worth it.
You're a dad.
Yes.
How old's your kid?
A year and a month.
You're a husband.
Yes.
Like this stuff. Does any of that factor into why all of this non-GMO, organic, all of this is important to you?
It does. I mean, my kids, she drinks regular Rory, even though it's not organic.
Yeah.
She loves it. I mean, I don't give her a lot of it. She gets like a couple capfuls every once in a while. She likes the bottles. But more the fact that I'm a husband and I watch the way that my wife consumes products, and I go to the gym with her and I go like riding the lift on a Saturday and I see all these other women. Yeah. I'm like the one guy on the spin bike. He's like reeks of booze. But the I like that kind of led me to this. I'm watching her and she buys products, Whole Foods, for like $10 for like 12 ounces of juice.
Yeah. And
$10 for an 8-ounce kombucha drink that I could never stomach. I'm not the organic guy.
Right. Like Bob Kimbuka can't even stomach the Kimbuka drink.
Yeah, I mean, but there's a customer out there that's saying like, I want something that's higher quality and I want something that's a statement. So why not? It's a space where a sports drink's never been. There's never been like a credible electrolyte beverage there. So we were like, let's get some really great flavors. We're gonna put more out really soon. But like you said, we couldn't do orange mango. We had to use clementine.
Why?
Just because orange too generic. Like we're not going to do anything generic with this.
Right.
It's just not.
Like I never want to see the word grape.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. I
Not
want to see acai.
Yeah. Or like if it's going to be grape, it's got to be like white grape.
Yes.
Concord.
Now white grape, I'm a real sucker. White grape I would do, but regular grape I feel like it might be Manischewitz or something, and nobody wants that.
You just don't want to have somebody make their mind up on a taste before they drink it and immediately have like a red flag drawn up. Because maybe our grape would be delicious, but I think I could get you to pick it up if it wasn't just plain old grape.
Yeah.
If it was like a Honeycrisp apple white grape, then you'd be like, oh, that sounds pretty interesting.
I would have that.
But we really used clementine. Like we didn't BS and put clementine on there and then go use like orange or tangerine.
Right.
We had to find.
Give me 3 oranges, Bob. We told them clementine. They'll never know the difference.
Well, I mean, half the time nobody actually knows what's making the flavor. Like we really used organic cucumber, organic watermelon, cucumber melon, and it's tough to make these things taste good. Like my biggest concern was aftertaste. It's like we do have to use low-calorie sweeteners, albeit organic ones, but they still can't taste like that. Like our big thing was we put Bai in the office, we put Core Organic in the office, and we taste tested those comparable flavors, and ours has no aftertaste, and that's big because I won't make something that doesn't taste good. I don't care if organic customers don't mind that taste, but our whole thing is this is going to taste delicious. This is not going to taste like a low-calorie product. It's got to taste like a treat.
Look, I think what's so cool about you is your image sort of fits, like your image and your personality, like your hair, like, okay, granted we're wearing the same outfit, we have the same hair. It sort of fits the personality of your drink and the direction you're going in. What I will say though is, as you I'm sure know, this is an incredibly saturated market. Like, it must be near impossible to break in the beverage industry. I'm curious how many people you had to convince to kind of get on board to say, we're not only going to do this, we're going to do it well, we're going to do it differently, we're going to stand out, we're going to succeed.
Well, this one's actually less competitive than our base brand. Our base brand, we go up against Gatorade, Powerade. I mean, these are Coke and Pepsi, multi-billion-dollar brands, and that one people were like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
But you know what? I grew up, I loved to snowboard, I loved to skateboard, I loved to surf, and I was like, Gatorade just doesn't care about that kid, and that's great. But there's a lot of kids out there, and with social media now, and you have kids when they're a little older, they're gonna want like the new Nikes, and they're gonna want certain things. That everything's got to be bright and loud. And I was like, we got to give them something that links up to that.
Yeah.
And it resonated with the customer. And I mean, I started the company with one other guy in a pickup truck, so we were delivering every store ourselves for a while. So it wasn't like we started from some, ivory tower. We really were getting our hands dirty, and we saw that customers loved the product. And that was 3.5 years ago only, and it just blew up.
3.5 years from when you came up with this to where you are now?
Yeah. Our base brand went from 2 flavors in a small bottle. We have 9 flavors in our base brand now, a proprietary bottle. We have this product coming out, and we have one other big thing coming. If I talk about it, Brian will throw me out the window.
Don't do that. Don't talk about it.
Yeah, it's pretty cold out.
Sounds like
it would actually make for some good TV.
We actually have a good window for
Next time, we have
so
it
you
for
know.
that. But with this, it's actually less. It's competitive, but we're the most competitive, saturated things in this market. You'll see, like when you go to Whole Foods, it's like there's the big cooler that's got 50 different high pressure pasteurized juices.
Right.
And there's a million kombuchas and a million alternative natural energies and teas, but you're not really going to find anything in the electrolyte space. And the reaction we've had in the buyer world for the organic market, the distribution world, has been unbelievable.
Yeah.
And we did some other things, like we wanted to check off every box, like this label. It's actually made of 100% post-consumer recycled material.
Come on.
No, and we're the only people on earth with this label. It's a patented label, and it feels like paper.
Yeah.
But it's actually got this is going to get super
He's like, it's
high-tech.
actually glass.
It's actually got mineralized resin on it, and whatever that means. It's just
let me taste it.
Yeah, you can.
It tastes like resin.
But even though it feels like paper, you can leave this in your swimming pool for like 2 weeks, and it won't, like the label won't erode.
Wow.
So it's a pretty cool thing.
Get that down. We need to get a pool.
We have a river.
We have a river. That's awesome. And it just means that every part of this A to Z was important to you.
Yeah.
And it's very, very obvious that it's sort of the personality of the company.
You just don't want any chinks in your armor. Our old thing with our regular product used to be, does it have artificial color? And it used to. That was the only thing about it, because you can't make something blue naturally. There's not a blue fruit in the world that exists that you can pull from.
Yeah.
So we just got rid of all of that. So right now we just went all natural in the base brand, and with this we didn't want to start with anything to ever apologize for.
Okay.
Because when you're doing demos in store, customers are more like scrutinizing now than they've ever been before.
Like, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they'll ask you like, is a drink vegan? And I'm like, no, it's got steak in it. Like,
Right.
come on. So,
don't you see the chicken in
we
there?
wanted to
you
be
see
like,
that chicken?
we really wanted to make sure that there's nothing in here that we can, that people can come back to us for. The only potential allergen is always going to be a coconut, but it's a tree nut, it's not like a peanut.
Right. So this comes out in a week.
Yeah.
People can buy it online in a week.
Yeah, as soon as it's out, it'll be available online.
And the website again?
The website for this is roarorganics.com.
Roarorganics.com.
Yeah, for the base brand's drinkroar.com.
Okay, drinkroar.com. what we're gonna do is, as I eye my pineapple, do you notice how I just threw my in there? It's not the pineapple mint. As I eye my pineapple mint, is we'll take a little break, but when we come back, I sort of wanna, I'm curious how you got into this, how you got from the guy that's traveling to Asia back and forth, playing Call of Duty at 3 o'clock in the morning, to the guy that now has a 1.5-year-old kid, is a husband, sober more often than not, and comes up with this sort of kick-ass product, which is kind of cool.
Happy to tell you.
Awesome. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come right back. Perfect.
That was awesome.
It's not hard. He has the same personality as the drink.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, you really do.
Tell me when we're off completely.